What is going on, guys? Flosser here, bringing you another Titanfall video. Today's video is kind of more of an informative style video. Just have some random beta gameplay here in the background. I'm going to be going over the leaked information that was leaked on Reddit and is now on an article on IGN's main website. I'm going to be going over some leaks about the maps, the leveling system, turrets, zip lines, game modes, and some campaign details. So I'm just going to go through them one at a time, talk about them a little bit, explain what the article says. Now, like I said, these are leaks and haven't been officially confirmed, but I find it kind of suspicious that leaks tend to occur right before the game's release. So I'd say it's safe to bet that these are going to be confirmed here in the next coming days, and we're probably going to see a lot more leaks between now and the release of Titanfall. Let's go ahead and jump into it. The first thing that has been leaked is that the total map count for the vanilla version of Titanfall is set at 15. That's really all we know about the maps so far, but 15 is a very surprising and welcome number for a vanilla game. The second thing I want to talk about is basically I'm going to go out on a limb here and call it Titanfall's Prestige Mode. It is Titanfall's version of the Call of Duty Prestige Mode, if you're familiar with that. I was assuming they were probably going to do something like this, seeing as Respawn Entertainment is the original Infinity Ward team. And what this is dubbed is the Titanfall Generation Leveling System. What this is, after you reach a certain level, the game asks you if you want to regenerate, but at a cost, which means that you'll be reset to level 1 and all your challenges will be reset. However, you'll earn a little XP boost, you'll retain your burn card collection, and you'll get some sort of unique identification that you have reached this second gen pilot, as they have called it. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is one of the confirmed features, which are stationary turrets throughout the maps. These are described as fixed emplacements that have a considerable range of motion, excellent target tracking systems. We're not sure if this means that it can be controlled by AI, if it's player controlled, or how exactly it's going to work, but they have said that they're heavy enough that it'll typically take several Titans in order to take this down, and you can also hack them for the other team's behalf. We're not entirely sure how these will work yet. The next thing that has been leaked is that zip lines have been reported in the maps. Now, we didn't see any of these in the two maps that we got to play in the beta, which were Fracture and Angel City, but I imagine these will be dispersed through all of the maps and probably implemented in the full version of the maps that we've already gotten to play. What this basically is just zip lines that attach from one building to another that enable faster travel from one location to the next. As a pilot, you can grapple onto them from a building, or I imagine, seeing as Titanfall has this very fast-paced parkour style movement, that you could even jump from a completely separate building and latch onto them and go in either direction. The next thing I want to talk about is a new game mode that has been leaked, dubbed Pilot Hunter. It's allegedly a mode where only enemy pilot kills count towards the score limit. I'm assuming this will play out kind of like attrition, which is basically Titanfall's Team Deathmatch, only in attrition, Titan kills, NPC kills, and pilot kills all count towards the scoreboard for the team to win. And this is basically that, only real player kills are going to count. This is going to cater a lot more to the more competitive players who don't necessarily like the role that the NPCs have in Titanfall, so that's good to see. The last thing I want to talk about is a bit of the campaign multiplayer details. There have been confirmed that there are going to be 9 campaign matches that you can play on either the IMC or Militia. I'm assuming that you'd be able to pick which side you can be on, and each of the 9 matches will consist of 5 attrition and 4 hard point games. With each, depending on what faction you are, they'll each have their own unique match briefings before the match, pre-match briefings, and their own unique battle chatter as far as objectives and things go. Now, we're not sure if how it's worded is that there's going to be 9 matches with 9 rounds, which would sound more correct because that would be a lot lengthier than just 9 matches. 9 matches wouldn't take very long to complete at all. I'll go ahead and leave a link to the IGN article in the description below if you guys want to go ahead and check that out and judge it for yourselves. All in all, I feel that this is a pretty good chunk of information, especially considering how little we've learned about Titanfall since it was originally announced. Respawn has been very hush-hush about the game for the past several months. Now, the two things I'm going to point out that I feel are the most significant out of this leak list is definitely going to be the 15 maps for the vanilla count and the generation style prestige mode. These two will definitely add to the replay value of the vanilla game, which they're certainly going to have to deliver on, seeing as they're not advertising any sort of single player campaign or cooperative mode. As far as the turrets go, I'm a little skeptical. I mean, other games, COD 4, Halo 3 have had stationary turrets in their games, but they were more irrelevant than useful, I feel, and I would honestly rather have it that way than have them overpowered or something. But I have faith in Respawn. I mean, we got to play the beta. It was of the highest quality, and I expect that they'll deliver in the full game. For these zip lines, I never really thought about them being in the game, but I'm honestly not surprised that they did decide to add those. They'll probably help for getting to specific objective points significantly faster than being on foot. Pilot Hunter also sounds very interesting, certainly more competitive than your standard attrition or something, and I may end up playing that more than the standard attrition if it is exactly what I think it's going to be. And then for the campaign matches, campaign multiplayer, I'm honestly very excited to see where Titanfall takes that. From the art design and just the background that we can see in the maps from the beta and everything, I really like the style that Titanfall is going with, and I honestly want to see what the atmosphere is like, who the characters are, and what the storyline is going to be between the IMC and the militia war. But yeah, guys, that is it for my thoughts on the leaks and the leaks in general. I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty more between now and the release of Titanfall on March 11th. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for all the latest Titanfall info. And until next time, stay flossy out there.